Hello everyone, so in this video I will be breaking down my own attacks from practice. So if you see my mouse, I'm right here in the black. So look at this first one. It was kind of like an out of system ball, but I started pretty far inside. This is something I learned from the UCLA coaches, that I've always learned before to hit or to start your approach from super wide if it's a high ball. But the UCLA coaches told me to start inside because we want the sets actually high and inside the court on high balls, because it's so much easier to hit the ball that's maybe right in the middle of the court than a ball that's all the way in the pin or even a little bit too wide. So I started super far inside. I think it was kind of tight, and I just went for hands or something. I spatched this ball. It was a bad swing. Second one's a perfect pass, but I think I have a tendency to do this a little too much. And I think that might be from beach, is to start inside. If you watch a lot of the best players, I think they go wider, more in system. You want to go wide and come out an angle. This ball, maybe because it was passed all the way to the left, I felt like I needed to start a little bit more inside to adjust. So you see, Patrick sets a perfect ball. It's all the way to the pin, and now I'm leaning back, which we do not want. But it ended up working out because the blocker saw me take my approach inside and then wasn't able to get all the way out to this ball. Hit a nice seam ball. This is an amazing spot to hit if you can hit it. Defenders are usually not right here. As a middle back defender, I like to actually stand here, which I think more middle back defenders should. But if you can hit this, it's a great spot. This ball, not a great pass, super low. He's almost forced to set me. Small approach. Hit just deep corner. So that was nice because it was faster and I was taking a quicker approach than I think our blockers expected. So I was able to hit just right over our middle, who wasn't able to get up very high. And just did kind of a float spatch right to the corner here. So if you see, our defender is maybe a little bit too far forward. Should be a little bit further back, because right here it's causing a problem for these two defenders they can't cross properly. If they go towards each other, they're just going to bump into each other. So we ideally want this left back defender to cross in front and then middle back to cross behind. So he's a little bit too far forward to be able to do that. And then he's now reaching backwards instead of getting around it. Okay, so this is a high school recruit, so this ball should have been dug pretty easily. But you see here another high ball, and I'm starting super far inside. I think even too far inside. Maybe it's just me being lazy and not taking approach. So what I need to do is I need to start working on taking a better transition so I can have a larger approach. Even just get a little bit wider. See, because we do not want to be taking our approach this way, away from the court. It's just, you lose a lot of power, a lot of range. I just went kind of high hands and got lucky on that. So far these passes haven't been great. Preston, you should watch my video. Setter could have done more, but he decided to set me. It's kind of tight. I just recycled it. So the thing about me being shorter is it's harder for me to adjust to sets that aren't so good. So I'm really having to reach here. I just tapped it into the block to recycle. Our middle didn't do such a great job. Shout out Will. And wow, I got a block. This is not a blocking analyzing video. But we made up for that. Ooh, so this is actually one of my favorites. So I wasn't really sure how high this approach would be. So ideally, you want to turn around on your approach. So you see me, I'm backpedaling, which we don't really like. but it allows me to just start taking my approach quicker. Um, but I actually should just turn around and approach because it's always better to be a little bit late than too early. And here I'm a little too early, not as deep. Set wasn't great. You see me take a look right here, which is such a beach thing. I take a look at the blockers, go back up, and just really try to tool him here. And it worked perfectly. So set was pretty far inside. So I had to just tip this ball. What I've been practicing is just like throwing the ball right down here in the middle. If you're my opponent and you're watching this, like if you go to Vanguard or something and you think that you're going to scout me from this and that you're going to be able to defend this, I doubt it. Try me. That was just, I think, the best approach. I'm still inside a lot, so I'm not able to get a lot of power. Shout out to my coach right behind us who's recording. So I could have hit this ball line or angle. I like to be able to hit it line, but I think I'm still too far inside, so I don't feel comfortable hitting this ball down the line because I'm overrunning it a little bit. That ball super far inside. I'm having jump early, expecting it. Expecting a fastball. It was a little slow and inside, so I'm just trying to sneak it. I should have tipped this ball. There's a bad swing. So it was a weird transition play. I'm just kind of super far inside, hoping that he's going to give me a good set. It's not a very good set. And that ball was out. So I got a little bit scared here because the middle was just right here, which I don't like how middles just stand on the net. I think we should transition every time, every middle. For some reason, they just feel comfortable standing right there. So I was a little bit nervous. You see me kind of take a look right there. So I didn't really take a full approach. I could have hit that ball. It was actually not that bad of a set. Just a little fast. So here, it seems like I'm just kind of slowing down on my approach, not coming in super hard, not really adjusting. So we really want to be going slow to fast, but it seems like I'm just kind of consistently a medium pace. So I'm not really able to hit this ball so well or hit it very hard. I'm kind of coming in slow. That ball should never be dug. That was such a good set. Just take a 0 here. Ball's coming from a really hard angle. See, on this one, I probably should get wider, but I don't know. Maybe I'm expecting the ball's inside, or maybe I'm not trusting him on this. I should get wider so I can have more range and see him. It's a recycle play. I probably have this like short shot right here. Could have gone for that. Taken a look if I took a look. Oh, try to go for the tool again. Our middle setting. I thought I was maybe going to need to set that. Rough. Okay, so I think another problem with me coming in straight is that when the ball's inside, I don't have that option to broad jump, and I don't have the option to broad jump and drift inside if the set is inside. I don't have the option to drift inside and cut that off. So I'm really forced to just kind of reach and jump straight up, which doesn't really work for me since I'm smaller. My arms aren't as long. So I can't adjust as much. So you see I'm just kind of being a little lazy, cutting in, coming around in like a little circle. Now I'm leaning back. I don't have that much power. You see I'm kind of like reaching back. Easy dig. Or maybe not. He's in high school. So here, leaning back again. My approach is going that way, so I understand that. Just do a short roll over him, which worked better than I thought it should. Ooh. See, a lot of times just hitting it at the block high helps. Like, you just get the point like that. There's a good chance it just hits his block weird, and you just get a free point. I almost went for that. I was able to unload on that. Oh, I think they... So we have... Okay. We have this rule in our gym that if it hits the side bleachers, you can still play it. So I think we're all waiting for that. But that one I really kind of took a big unload. So you see I kind of whip my arm all the way around. I really bring it back, and I kind of just hit this ball as hard as I can. But every time I'm falling back, which I need to fix. That one is behind me, falling back again. Throwing that. That's the throw down that works so well. I would make this guy run so many lines. Such a pet peeve is like, just dive. He's standing straight up. Come on. If I was the coach, I'd say go home. High hands. Works very well. Hit it high to the corner. You'll get a lot of points. Ooh, the throw down. Kind of high over me, reaching back. There's usually line. You usually have line. Almost no blocker is going to get all the way to the line. So if you could do that, great play. Nobody's going to dig that. Hey, there we go. It looks like I did a little bit better of a transition. Really worked hard to get out. I think it's because I passed the ball. Perfect set. Just high enough. I think I took a chance there. Try to hit it through the block. Oh. Ian with the... Okay, so some teams like to have their off blocker go and get the tips, get under the net, under the block. Some teams like to have their defender come off and dig balls. I'm more of a get the tip kind of guy, but our system right now is having our defenders come off and dig. I like the off blocker to go get the tips because as a libero, I think I can dig these balls. And when he comes off, it just kind of limits my range. Because I showed that super early. Like, as soon as you see me reaching back like that, I'm going to hit it there. So this libero should not be stepping inside, but should be stepping that way if he's watching my body. But Ian makes a great dig. Try to go hands again. Oh, that was bad. I think I just saw it. Like, it was just such a good set, and I tried to bounce it or something. And our blocker this time went a little bit wide. Great tool. Ooh. I don't know what I was doing here. Maybe try to hit it line. Ugh. It was rough. saving that ball. Hit that out. Super lazy with my approach. Maybe I'm getting tired. I think more hitters should go for that line tool. See, he's drifting out and really like doing most of the work for me. When blockers drift, they're really just like hitting the ball that way. So all I need to do is just get it either past him to the setter, or if I touch his block, he's gonna hit it out for me. Oof, that was so bad. Yeah, I'm definitely getting tired here. There we go. So a lot of times I'll do that. It's just kind of a quick roll over the block right in that seam. People have problems with that because they're not expecting the ball to go over the block. So he's ready for the hit right down the line. But that seam makes him reach, takes either the setter out, or is making the setter set the ball from over his shoulder. Which is a little hard. That ball, I think, hit the ceiling. Confused them. And this one, bad swing. Oh, it's always those perfect sets that I try to bounce. And then the blocker just needs to get his hands up and look at a block or a soft block. I guess that's about it. Not my best practice, but now we know that I need to work on those things, like taking a wider approach and keeping my weight forward, because I'm leaning back so much on all these attacks. So let me know if there's anything you notice that I could do better. And if you want me to do a video like this for you, just let me know. You can comment or email me at 18 Diego Perez. And I'd love to do it. And if you could just tell me anything specific you want me to work on.